The town, an embodiment of desolation, cradled itself within the ethereal fog that refused to dissipate. As David's footsteps echoed through the ghostly silence, the skeletal structure of the hotel rose from the shadows, a mausoleum of the forsaken. The invitation compelled him to room 13, its ominous aura beckoning him into a dance with horrors that transcended the veil between worlds. Upon entering, the atmosphere metamorphosed into an icy grip, a sinister force that seemed to be sentient. The walls, adorned with peeling wallpaper, wept an obsidian substance that clung to the air like the stench of decay. The flickering lights cast disorienting shadows, twisting the room into a surreal nightmare. As David settled, the temperature plummeted, and the walls closed in, groaning with the weight of ancient sorrows. Whispers, more guttural and insidious than before, slithered through the air. Shadows danced with malevolence, coalescing into grotesque figures that seemed to writhe in silent agony. At the stroke of midnight, the room became a vortex of horror. The spectral figures materialized, their features twisted into expressions of eternal torment. The air resonated with an unholy symphony, a lamentation that echoed the broken vows of the forsaken souls trapped within the spectral chamber. The spectral bride, her visage obscured by a veil of sorrow, extended a skeletal hand towards David. The room pulsated with a demonic heartbeat as an unseen force compelled him into a macabre dance. The ghostly figures, their faces contorted in anguish, encircled him, moving in silent desperation. David, ensnared in the ghostly waltz, felt an otherworldly chill seeping into his very soul. The walls seemed to undulate with spectral energy, their tortured wails growing louder. The room transformed into a nightmarish panorama of the damned, each spectral movement dragging him closer to the heart of the abyss. Suddenly, the figures turned their hollow gazes towards him. The whispering winds outside intensified, morphing into agonized screams that reverberated through the cursed chamber. The air thickened with the scent of rot, and the walls pulsed with malevolent intent. Faces, tormented and twisted, pressed against the wallpaper. The spectral groom, a grotesque amalgamation of shadows, lunged at David with ethereal claws. The room convulsed with spectral energy, as if the very fabric of reality was unraveling. In a surge of primal terror, David broke free, stumbling into the corridor. The hotel seemed to groan in protest, its very foundation writhing with unseen horrors. The lobby, now a surreal nightmare, awaited him. The receptionist, a grotesque entity with elongated limbs and hollow eyes, spoke in a chorus of haunting whispers. "You carry the echoes of our torment. The union cannot be undone." The town outside, obscured by mist and shadows, held its breath. The echoes of the spectral waltz lingered, infusing the very air with a malevolent energy. David, drenched in sweat and terror, fled into the night, the hills bearing witness to his escape from the unhallowed sanctuary. Yet, the spectral tendrils of room 13 reached beyond the confines of the hotel. The town itself pulsed with an otherworldly energy, a silent lamentation that clawed at the hearts of its inhabitants. The cursed nuptials left an indelible mark on David's soul, a haunting specter that would forever torment his dreams. The town, now a graveyard of forgotten whispers, stood as a testament to a love story twisted into an eternal reckoning. The boundary between the living and the dead blurred into a nightmarish tapestry of horror, casting a chilling shadow that loomed over room 13, an unhallowed chamber where the lamentation of forsaken souls echoed through the corridors of eternal dread.